I don't know what's happening. I feel like my makeup looks so random. Like, obviously, I have like a little bit of makeup left only from maybe from this afternoon. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm feeling a little bit blotchy. But that's okay. We're owning it. Owning it. Because, you know, it's how we roll. Anyhow, welcome to Boss Queen TV. Of course, it is your soul abundance channel for all the queens out there who are ready to... You know what you want to do? You want to summon soul success on your own terms. Booyah! All right? Now, today, let me just make sure. Oh my God, every time I go on my page now, I like seriously have my before and after pictures on there. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's a sign. Own it, girl. Be proud of them. And I will try and keep it as brief as possible. However, I have a very important message to share, and that is to all the people out there who get stuck in victim mentality. Oh my goodness gracious, can you please stop thinking someone's gonna come and fucking rescue you? I say that with the utmost love, but also the utmost intention. Hang on, let me give this my full attention. Let me share this very quickly into the group, okay? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Good stuff. Now, okay, now I need to turn that off because I feel like my laptop's on fire. Okay, so here's the thing. So important. Listen, beautiful soul. I'm going to say it and then I'm going to give you some insights and we're going to understand where it comes from, okay? But first of all, you are not a damsel in distress. You are not a freaking princess who is waiting to be rescued. I see too much victim mentality still out there. This kind of like, poor me. It's like, oh no, I just want to be so successful. I know it's meant for me, but whatever comes in here, hello, beautiful soul, okay? Whatever comes in here next, okay? Oh, it's like, I want it so much, but, oh, it's all so hard, and oh, I just can't seem to get a break, and OMG, and I just see this kind of like, this pendulum. It's like, you want to believe, but you don't believe. You want to believe, but you don't believe. You truly want to break free, and you want to come into the space of owning, you know, that you are a child of the universe, and really, truly feeling the energy of abundance, yes. And then at the same time, you're falling back into this old pattern of victimhood, this victim mentality of like, oh, but you don't understand. It's all so hard. And you know what? I'm like, well, guess what? Welcome to life. And I'm not even saying that life is hard. But, you know, to break free, to be free on every level, you got to be willing to die and, die off this need for struggle, this need to fight, this need to be caught up in this victim mentality, okay? And I see this happening in so many of my clients, and that's why I felt like I want to talk about it. Now, what I didn't actually mention in my German one was to kind of become really resourceful. So I might have to send a message to my other people today in the group. But I've tried to see if I can remember everything that I wanted to say, because there's so much I can say to that. The first thing is first, listen, we're all human. We all at times catch ourselves falling, into this victim mentality. It's totally natural. It happens. However, whether you stay there or whether you get out of it, that's on you. And I want you to understand that I believe, because I thought about it so much today, and I was like, why is it people just get so caught up into this? Because I know they don't want to be there, right? But I believe it's like a coping mechanism, a survival mechanism, that you learn somewhere along the way. Maybe you learned it even from your parents. Maybe you saw them, constantly complain and say, oh, it's hard, life is not easy and you have to do this and you cannot have that. Maybe, that's actually something that's been imprinted on you without you even knowing. What I also know is that, Tony Robbins talks about the 6 core needs. And I had a client actually, and I said to her, because she was telling me a few things, and I was like, oh, you like the drama of it. And she's like, no, I don't like drama. I was like, yeah, you do. You actually like the drama. So you're finding yourself in drama, right? In like damsel in distress mode, because you kind of like it. You get something from it. And she's like, what? I'm like, yes, because let me explain. There's something called, Tony Robbins talks about the 6 core needs. Now, the first 4 needs are the needs of your personality. Now, we all have them. We all have them. Doesn't matter where you were born, whether you're from Denmark, from Australia, from Germany, whether you were born a queen, a king, like legit, whether you were born poor, rich, whether you were born, whatever religion, whatever, we all have them. Now, I believe that this victim mentality gets you actually something. Okay? It gives you, I feel like it's a combination of certainty a little bit, right? That's the first one. Actually, it gives you a little bit of certainty because every time you go down this way, you kind of get something from it. Okay, but I believe mainly that it's around significance and you're getting some love and connection, right? Because hear me out, usually what happens is when you fall victim mentality and you're just finding yourself in a situation like where it's like, oh my God, I cannot believe, this person's not paying my bill and I just want to be, making more money, but I just can't seem to get a break. Or, I've just been working so hard and I'm not seeing the changes that I want. Or I've been working so hard and I just can't find the right clients who want to pay me. And you don't understand, I've also got these kids and I've got this and I've got already this mountain of debt and I'm so tired already. And it's like, oh my God. So what do you get? Naturally, the people around you are going to say, it's okay. Don't stress. It's okay. You're going to be okay, right? Let me make you feel good. Okay, let me tell you everything's going to be okay. And so the rescuer comes to the party and wants to naturally rescue you and say, no, it's okay, you're going to be okay. So you're getting, obviously, attention from it, and you may even find that you get a little bit of significance, your need for significance met. You're getting a little bit of, almost like a little bit of approval, a little bit of validation. You go, you see, yeah, poor me, I'm trying so hard, you don't understand, Yeah, being validated for being miserable, absolutely, right? It's like, yeah, that's right, you don't understand, like, I don't want to be like this, I hate feeling like this, and you don't understand, like, I've tried so hard, and every day I pray, and every day, you know what I know I'm obviously like exaggerating here, and I'm having a bit of fun with this, because we have to have fun with this, right? And then people know it's going to be okay, and you're like, okay, yes, make me feel better, thank you, and it's like you're stroking my ego, and you're being validated for actually, just being in that role. So the thing is though, I get it, I totally get it. It's just a little mechanism. It's right. It's like, I can't even do it. It's like exhausting doing it. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know what I was going to say now. I'm like this, already exhausted. Just doing that for like a second. It just does not roll with me. I actually get really fucking triggered. I hate victim mentality, and I say hate with the utmost respect, and I guess that it's just that maybe some people haven't really understood yet that they're doing it and that they have the ability to get out of it, because everything is a choice, okay? But here's the thing, it obviously doesn't serve you. I believe it's a coping mechanism that you have somehow learned, and probably learned it from, those around you. And bless your parents, man, that your parents are the most incredible people, because they've given birth to you, they're giving you life, and they have done the best that they can with who they are and what they've had available to them, the knowledge, the wisdom, okay? So our parents are not mega spiritual. I mean, I don't know a lot of parents who are very spiritual. I know my parents are not very spiritual, I call them old school, and I love them, and they created this, and this human is freaking amazing. And everything I didn't really, learn, from them or from school or from whatever. I just taught myself and I invested in myself, and I'm working on myself, and I'm continuously investing. I literally just bought a book today. I've invested into someone else. Like, I'm constantly seeking out ways to invest and to learn, to take responsibility for me, because I cannot go and be like, oh, it's my parents' fault. Oh, it's society's fault. Oh, well, then obviously it's that, that it's just normal. It's just who I am, and you don't understand. I've been in this role for so long. I don't know how to get out of it. I'm like, I call bullshit. You have to take radical responsibility for yourself. So now that you're doing it because you're getting something from it, now let's break you free. Because the downside is victim mentality. I'm sorry, I cannot stand it. And I love my clients, though. I love you for sharing it because it allows me to help and teach you. So the thing is, there's a difference, because my clients, they're willing to change. They don't want to be there. So my clients are bringing this up, and they're like, I'm kind of feeling like I'm stuck here, and I keep falling back into it. And I see this in my client. They're like, oh, I'm trying, but, and I'm like, oh, here we go, right? So I love my clients because at the end of the day, they invest in themselves. They want to change, and they're here. So that's cool, and I love them for it, because otherwise I wouldn't have anything to talk about. No, I'm kidding. But I guess, the downside from it is that, energetically, you're like, low vibration. I mean, this victim mentality is like low vibration, because it goes into like shame and blame. It's actually a lot of blame energy. It's like, you don't understand. It's his fault and their fault and them fault, So it's a lot of blame, and blame is like right down, like energetically low vibration. So really, how can you expand and receive if you're like slow? It's not going to work, is it? So you got to flip it. You got to shift out of it. You got to become your own Shero. And everything, like anything in life, is a freaking choice. How good is that to know? You always have a choice. I'm going to say it again. You always have a choice. And I want you to remember that even in the darkest of days, in the moments where you feel that nothing seems to work out for you, you still have a choice. And that's where we learn to become really resourceful. And I've learned that actually from Tony Robbins very early on, that it's not about having the resources at the time, but it's about becoming resourceful. Okay, and I will tell you at this stage, nothing was handed to me, people. My childhood, not great, actually traumatic as fuck, okay? And I still managed to create this beautiful life for myself because I've taken radical, responsibility for my life, okay? Now, I will say that even in building this business over the past 6 years, there have been times I have been so poor, like close to like having to file for bankruptcy. Like literally times where I had $20 in my wallet, and not even knowing how to, I would have to get food and petrol, to the point, where friends would, feed me, where friends would bring food into the gym, to my classes. Mama Bear, she knows, if you're watching this at any time, I still remember all the soups and the food that you brought, because people believed in me and they saw that. And it's all the, the risks that I've taken. So I can tell you, nothing has been handed to me. And even in those moments of absolute despair, of being on my ass, I still chose to rise above it because my vision was stronger than anything else. My purpose is stronger than anything else. And nothing could have ever gotten me off the path, because I knew that I could not stay in this victim mentality. Of course, there have been moments where I was literally throwing my hands up in the air going, oh my God, how much more do I have to take? When does it ever get better? And then you kind of get okay, and then you boom, get smacked in the face and you go, what the hell? Okay, but that's part of the journey. If you're not willing to go on that journey, then don't build a business, because building a business is not for the faint-hearted. I think a lot of people underestimate the journey, the growth, the cojones, the courage it takes, the discipline, the commitment it takes, to build a business and make money online, right? But then on the flip side, You learn and you learn and you learn, and you allow it eventually to have fun with it, to be easy, and it will become easy. It will. And then moments it will feel a little bit more tricky and a bit more challenging, and then you know it's just time to grow again. Okay, and it's this constant journey, this of soul expression, soul connection, soul remembrance, so that you keep raising that vibration, expand. And so with that expansion, allow yourself to receive with more ease, because actually, funny, you know, it's not even about always doing more. It's about allowing yourself to receive more. But don't underestimate the daily responsibility and the commitment that you have to bring to the table. Right? I do not get how some people can just post 2-3 times a week and wonder because that they have no money coming in. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't understand. People meditate. Oh, I meditated a few times during the week. You know, but then forget to like do the practices, the rituals, the things that fucking matter every day of the week. And I'm not saying to you, I don't get it right all the time. You know, I needed to learn that. I needed to grow into that, right? But I'm telling you, don't underestimate the action part. Okay, so anyway, little sidetrack here. So action part, speaking of getting yourself out of victim mentality and becoming your own Shero, it's a fucking choice. A choice you have to make every day. You have to choose every day. Otherwise, ego will pull you back. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be sucked in by the things around you. No, you choose to be your own Shero. And it's really about the difference. Do you want to be right in the passenger seat of your car? And you're going to be literally at the, as they say, at the effect of everything that happens, so that you're kind of like sitting there and going, okay, so, oh, well, that's not really great. Oh, that's a bit shit. Oh, well, that's a little bit good. Oh, that, oh. Or do you want to learn how to drive that car and you cause everything? You're at cause. At cause means you create everything. You take full responsibility. And like I said, I'm not saying it's all going to be super easy, but you know what? It's the only way to be. You get in that driver's seat and you learn how to drive that car. Now, you know, most of Australians learn how to drive an automatic. And so maybe this car may be manual. Maybe you may even learn how to, like, it's kind of like the metaphor of learning how to fly a plane. It's probably not easy, but if that's what it takes, because at least, you know, you get to fly wherever you want in the world. It's your freaking life. So please understand, it starts with a choice. And the good thing is that you don't have to really give it so much energy. You don't have to think about, oh, but why? And, oh my God. And it's like, no, you just decide. Like literally draw a line in the sand. Really decide today, I no longer, you know, allow myself to fall back into victim mentality. And then when you catch yourself, you're like, oh, okay, yep, I realize. Okay, victim mentality, no problem. Let's move. Let's switch. Let's shift. Ask yourself, you know, to be your own Shero, how does she feel? How does she think? How does she act? What would that version of you in a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, that future version of yourself, that Shero who has been resilient, who has been showing up, who has been shifting and accepting and growing into and really learning how to embody this Shero of her, what would she tell you? And she would say, can you just stop with the fucking drama and get on with it? Ask yourself, what is the next aligned action? What is the next aligned action? What is the next aligned action? You know what? Give some gratitude right now. You find yourself in victim mentality, I'm telling you, give yourself gratitude, because it's just about your lenses are not, you know, focusing on the right things. Your priorities are not right. You're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on the things that are not working for you instead of focusing on the things that are working for you. You're focusing on the things that you don't have in your life instead of focusing on the things that you already have in your life. And when you can have gratitude for the things that you already have, you will find more things that you can be grateful for. Okay? So, I posted a question in here. I don't remember it right now because when I download and I don't remember. So listen, read that question that I posted with this and give yourself the gift to, first of all, accept and forgive yourself. It's okay. You're not a bad person. You're not a terrible person. It's just that you didn't know. It's like you didn't have a better operating system. You didn't have a better program to run. You're still in that outdated operating system. Okay, that's really how you can think of it. That victim mentality is really just an outdated operating system. You just have forgotten to upgrade into Shero operating system. And then you tune into that and you ask yourself, that high version of you, that future self of you in 5 years time, what would she say to you? And she would say, you have faith, man. You remember you're a child of the universe, a child of God. Remember, success is your freaking birthright. Remember, there's nothing that you cannot create. Anything you can see, anything you can feel is meant for you. So in moments of doubts, you are not looking at the right things. You're just looking at the wrong things. Change your filter, look at the other things. Shift your focus, okay? And then you get to, like I said, map out, create this new energy. Ask yourself, Shero, how does she think? How does she feel? How does she show up? How does she just gets to be this beautiful goddess, warrior, queen who creates, manifests with ease, with flow, with grace, because she is in absolute alignment to herself. She takes radical responsibility every single day, and we don't do excuses. We do not do excuses. And you know what? There is plenty of excuses to go around. My God. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I could have so many excuses, but that doesn't serve me, because the excuses are not going to get me to really create the impact that I'm meant to create in the world. It's as easy as it is. So bring up all the excuses. Ask yourself, weigh them up. Are they more important than your big vision? No, they're not. So get over yourself. What's the next aligned action? Okay? So that's all I'm going to share on that today. All right? That's all I'm going to share on that tonight. Thank you so much, Jane, for chipping in. I love it. I love the feedback. And so with that, take the time to do the journaling. Answer the call today. Accept and forgive yourself that you've not known better until now. Okay? That, it's okay that you've been stuck in this victim mentality because it served you, but you decide today that it no longer serves you, and that as of today, you get to play with this new Shero energy, because that's where it's about. You want expansion? You want to raise your vibration? You want to manifest with more ease and grace? Man, I'm telling you, Shero, she's got it going on. Shero energy, that's where it's at. Shero energy, okay? It's the energy of a soul abundance queen. Booyah, all right? So, that's being said, I will tune in later, not too long, maybe in a couple of hours. Day two of the soul alignment activation, and I have an incredible conversation to be had with you tonight. Super excited. So obviously make sure that you are in my Facebook group if you want to participate. It's a free 3-day activation. We had so much fun yesterday. I actually started my Facebook live that's naked. Yes, I did. Maybe I did not. You have to see. It certainly looks like I was being naked. Anyway, we had some fun. We had some awesome conversation. I shared a little bit of my story. Okay. And today I'm going to talk to you about your soul's purpose. So we talked about soul alignment. Soul alignment is soul remembrance. Okay. Alignment is soul remembrance. Today we're going to talk a little bit about soul purpose. And tomorrow we're going to talk about creating a vision. You know what it means to actually live a life in terms of your soul desires. And I also have some more maybe surprises for you. I'm doing a live actually healing for you, a healing release activation with you live in the group. So you have to be in the group. I mean, this is seriously, people pay me thousands of dollars for the work that I do. So you get to actually create and be part of this healing release activation. So make sure that you are in the group. Let's do a collaboration sometime or interview. Yeah, absolutely. Send me a message, Talitha. Absolutely. Please do. Reach out to me for sure. And let's have a conversation by all means. I love all things, rising together because we're all here. Remember, I always say if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. Anyway, day 2, soul activation, soul alignment activation happening in my Facebook group. I see you there. Thank you for letting me share my authentic self, because guess what? I feel like the more I share my authentic self with you, it's giving you permission to share your authentic self. And at the end of the day, it is all about recognizing that you get to summon soul success on your own terms, because permission to be, do, and have it all has already been granted.